This episode of Overreaction is brought to you by Scott USA.
Motocross fans, it's time to overreact. Redbud is the best track of the year. That is not an overreaction. It's the best track. It's the best event. It's 4th of July weekend, and everybody levels up for Redbud. I mean, look at this guy right here. That man reeks of American. That's pure red-blooded American right there. He dressed up, played the part, as did this guy. Check this guy out. He's flying private, and I'm here for it. Look, this sport needs to elevate. It needs to grow. I need to be flying private. I fly Southwest Airlines, the Walmart of the sky. I'm trying to get on that private live. So Hayden, flaunt it, show it. Let everybody know that this sport is going private, and we're dropping gates at Redbud. Let's go.
250 Moto 1, sponsored by Mika Metals.
All right, 250 Moto 1 is on the gate, and I'm thinking Tom Vial might smash everyone today. On 4th of July weekend, he was the fastest in qualifying, and then he pulls a nasty hole shot, and I'm thinking, yep, this guy is gone. But Chance Hymas had other plans. The dude went absolutely mad on the first lap, making passes into second, then blows by Tom Vial down the hill with a sick pass in the lead, and for the next 20 to 25 minutes, Chance Hymas was gone. Hayden Deegan running fourth, and this looks fun. All right, you got Masterpool. He's won a moto. He's sitting right in front of you. You got Vial. He's won a moto. Hymas has won a moto. It's all heavy hitters. And we've seen Deegan get out front and check out. And we've seen him come from way back to the win. But how about a straight up 4-1 with 3 heavy hitters sitting right in front of you? And then how about a little bit of help from Tom Vial, who goes down? And for Tom Vial, this is like multiple motos in a row. Again, the speed has been there all season long, but for some reason, he just keeps washing out, falling over. They're not even bad crashes, but he keeps going down, and I think he'd like to have this one back as he's fast at Redbud. But this moto, the win was out the window. Jordan Smith went down way hard down the downhill. I mean, that was probably one of the bigger crashes I've seen in a while, into the back of one of the Triumph guys. And lucky for him, the ground is really, really soft right there, so he was okay. And how about Casey Cochran getting on that TV? Here's how you do it. You got to be a fastest qualifier. You get a top 10 overall. You get a little interest from the TV crew. The next thing you know, you're running 6-7, battling with Joe Shimoda, and you get on the television. And look, Casey Cochran, it's coming around. He's in his rookie season, but he's getting comfortable being up front. You do this a couple more times, and you're an every week up front guy. It just gets easier from here on out. Just a couple more times, and you are past the wake. Chance Hymas, 20-25 minutes, looking good. I don't know if he pumps up or gets tired or it's mental fatigue or what, but it seems like 20 to 25 is right around when things get a little weird for Hymas. And here comes Master P. Ty Masterpool blows by and makes the pass. And look, he loves Redbud. You know he wants to win at Redbud. He's always been good at Redbud. He sees it as an opportunity of a lifetime. Here it is sitting in front of him, but he's got Hayden Deegan now. He's going to pass Chance Hymas as well, so now it's 1-2. It's high point all over again, and Hayden Deegan makes a run. He makes a big mistake and loses some of the momentum that I thought he was going to carry into the pass. He had to start all over. He resets. He comes back at him again in a crazy final lap, but he's unable to make the pass. Ty Masterpool closes it down, and look, this was not Deegan coming from 20th with a fall. He started right in front of him. Like, he started right in front of Hayden, and he beat him straight up in a moto at Redbud. Congratulations, Ty Masterpool, and Deegan probably doesn't like you anymore. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't think the dude likes you as of right now.
250 Moto 2, sponsored by Guts Racing.
It is rematch time in 250 Moto number 2. Hayden Deegan versus Ty Masterpool. Can they do it again? No, terrible starts. It's Chance Hymas, though, in the red, white, and blue, who grabs the whole shot, and he is out front again. And I'm thinking, Chance, what are we going to do? All right, we get to 20, we get to 25. Can we close this thing out? Are you going to pace yourself, or just go for it and just pour your heart out, lock the wrist, and go? But Chance Hymas has clear track, and he's got another shot at it. He had a shot at it first moto. Here he goes, another chance. Ty Masterpool is in control of his own destiny. He's got Hayden Deegan and Tom Vial behind him, so he's thinking, I got to get to the front. He blows by his teammate, and then he is just on absolute rails, expending every bit of energy he has in his body, because he knows if he can get up to the front, he can get this overall. Hymas was fourth the first moto, so all he's got to do is get to third, and he does eventually make his way to third. Deegan is riding like a madman too, but it's just not working. You could tell he's kind of fighting the bike or the track, and he's not having that pure raw speed. He's kind of in a battle with himself, and then he eventually stalls the bike, makes a huge mistake, loses a bunch of time, and at that point, I'm thinking it's probably over. He doesn't seem to have it on this day. I don't think he's going to do one of those late race race charges. It doesn't seem to be flowing for him. So for Hayden Deegan, the charge was on, but it just didn't look right at Redbud. Back to the front, Chance Hymas. The clock is ticking down little by little. Can we get to 35? Dude, that was sick, bro. That was absolutely sick down the hill. Are you kidding me? And speaking of are you kidding me, Hayden Deegan with the nastiest scrub by Jalek Swoll. And look, in the NBA, if you get dunked on, it's called a poster, you know, because it ends up on a poster. I feel bad for Jalek, but he got scrubbed on. Okay, that was a nasty scrub. If anyone got a photo of that, that would be an incredible poster. I really, for Jalek's sake, hope that they didn't, because you don't want the proof, but unfortunately, I have it right here. So later in the race, and Master P, Ty Masterpole, look, he has ran out of energy. It's clear. Tom Vialis to his back tire. They both miss what could have been a day ender, career ender. I mean, if they hit that motorcycle, who knows? Incredible vision on their behalf and a little bit of luck as well, but they both missed the down rider. And at this point, Ty Masterpole is out. You could tell he had spent everything in Moto number 1 in the early laps of Moto number 2, and he was out. But Chance Hymas, no 20, no 25. We're going 35 minutes. Joe Shimoda comes on like a freight train, makes a mistake in the second to last corner, and Chance Hymas grabs a win. And look, it's one thing to win a moto. It's another thing to win the overall at Redbud. This is real confidence, true confidence. And as a fan, straight up, I just want to see. I just want to see what happens next. What does he do at Millville? Can he back it up? Is this like a breakout time? Are we going to start winning every week? I mean, this happens. This happens. And as a fan, I can't wait to see if that's what happens. Oh, and before we go, how about this crash from Hayden Deegan? I found this on Twitter. This was gnarly. This was in Moto number 2. Glad he's okay. That could be championship ender right there, but that explains a little bit of what went on late in that moto, but glad Hayden Deegan is okay. That sucked.
450 Moto 1, sponsored by EMT Racing.
All right, Jet Lawrence is not on the gate. That feels weird to say, but the show must go on. It's Hunter Lawrence, Chase Sexton, and the boys. And when the gate goes down, guess who gets the whole shot? Take a wild guess who gets the whole shot. Oh, it's Hunter Lawrence. It's Hunter Lawrence. I would have bet my house on that. The Lawrence's whole shot every single moto. And I'm gonna be honest, for the first 20 minutes of this moto, it was a little non-suspenseful. Let's just say there was some yo-yo action. A couple times I kind of got to the edge of my seat, but nothing really happened for 20 to 25 minutes. And that was okay, though. It was an educational moto for me. I'm watching these guys on this track, navigating what I thought was a pretty tough track and changing lines and lappers. So it was kind of an educational moto, if I'm being honest, but there was no suspense, not much going on until Hunter Lawrence decides to flip himself down the hill, just like Jordan Smith. Luckily lands in a soft spot. That would have been terrible if it was hard packed, way more damage. For Hunter Lawrence, this is so odd. This is not like him. He's been the steady one all season long. I guess this would be his first break in character, because he had that Moto 1, and for Chase Sexton, he's gonna go on to win the Moto. I'll just be honest, it was a little bit of a gift, okay? But gifts happen. I mean, how many people have won races and main events and motos off of Chase's mishaps late in races? So it goes both ways, but it was a little bit of a gift. Chase will take it, no problem. This is a championship fight. You'll do whatever you have to do to get it. And Chase, you know what? This is looking a little bit like Eli and you from a couple of years ago, but now you get to be the more veteran one, the more experienced one, while the younger, less experienced one makes mistakes. So you're gonna have to become Eli and find your inner Eli, because this is kind of your moment to do that. And being Eli means you win no matter what, and regardless of what happens around you. All right, if someone makes a mistake, that's their problem, not yours. Congratulations, you got the Moto win.
450 Moto 2, sponsored by Racetech.
Before we drop the gate in Moto number 2, I gotta give a shout out to Jason Thomas for the line of the day. Yes, if you looked up Redbud in the dictionary, this is exactly what you would see. That is Redbud. All right, 450 Moto number 2, and guess what? Hunter Lawrence does not whole shot 450 Moto number 2. Instead, it's Jet's replacement. That's right, it's Kyle Webster who grabs the lead. And look, we don't need Jet anymore, okay? Kyle gets up front and leads laps. Look, even Ombre comes in and gives him some, just like Jet. See, we don't need Jet, guys. We don't need him. Even Kyle Webster goes right after Chase Sexton, throws it at him, just like Jet does. We don't need you, Jet. Thumbs up. Guess what, Tony Romo? You're gone. Dak Prescott is in. It's good to see Jason Anderson up front and battling. Chase Sexton will make his way around him, but Ombre put up a fight. For Chase Sexton, it was go time. He checked out. He had nobody in his way. Rode pretty much the most flawless moto he's ridden this season, and probably the mellowest moto he's ridden this season, because he had his teammate behind him, and no real pressure, of course, from Jet or Hunter Lawrence, because Hunter was way back. Here he comes through the pack, makes his way by Malcolm Stewart. It's good to see Malcolm Stewart up front, too. It's coming around for him. Just wait, by SMX, it'll be a little bit better, and by next year's Supercross, he will be back to full strength. I really like what I see from Malcolm Stewart. It is working. But for Chase Sexton, he gets out front and takes off with this thing and gets the win in the most dominating moto yet of the season. They said by time standard, it was the longest victory this season. So congratulations to Chase Sexton for that. And if you're Hunter Lawrence, look, I'm going to give it a 1 week pass because I trust Hunter Lawrence. I think he's a bad dude. I think it was a bad day. So I'm going to trust him going to Millville with the hope that this was just a one-day event. But if you're Chase Sexton, you have an opportunity to duplicate this over the next couple of weeks and pull away and maybe establish yourself as the champion before we even get to the next break. And look, I'm already seeing some people online putting asterisk, this is gonna be an asterisk championship like Supercross for Chase. And look, I can't have that. You have to be in it to win it. If you're on the gate and the other guys aren't, that's their problem and not yours. And for Chase Sexton, durability is his strength. And if he's gonna be there every single week and be durable, then he's gonna be in championships late. That's just the facts of it. When you're a person who is built like that and can take the hits that he takes, you're gonna be in it most of the time. So no asterisks. I mean, Jet Lawrence had a perfect season last year. We're not giving him an asterisk because the 3-time champ Eli Tomac wasn't on the gate. The defending champ from the year before, Eli Tomac, who was not on the gate. Okay, we didn't put an asterisk next to Jet's name because that's not fair. Jet won every moto, straight up, 22-0. That's just the reality of it. And Chase Sexton, if he wins this championship, 0 asterisk. It'll be his, it'll be earned, but it can be stopped by Hunter Lawrence, but he can't do what he did at Redbud. All right, we'll see you next week.
Main Event Moto Merch.com. Main Event Moto Merch.com. Main Event Moto Merch.com.